Hi everyone, so for this week's lesson, my topic was on hedonism. Just for further advance, I just want to say I apologize if I mispronounce any of these words, but I'm trying at my best. Okay, so the term hedonism is the root from ancient Greek meaning pleasure, which was created by Archippus Cyrene. So he was a big Greek philosopher back in ancient Greek. So philosopher Thomas Hobbes was a believer in hedonism and that pleasure is the only good. So he believed that there was only pain or pleasure. There was no middle, there was no gray area. It was very just black and white, and that there was no in between them. So the four types of hedonism that I will talk about and give examples of include normative hedonism, which the main object of this is to show that pleasure is the primary reason to live. So people use this idea even today. There's the saying, you only live once, and that this means, live life to the fullest and to not worry about the next day or the consequences and just think about, today, because everybody knows that the next day isn't promised. So the idea of this one is to don't worry about the next day. Just do what you want to do today. So some examples of this would be using drugs, drinking alcohol, or even eating junk food. So it gives pleasure at that moment, but these actions are most likely to cause lifetime problems or consequences. But they don't care about that. They just care about the moment of it. The next one is motivational hedonism. So this one, the number one reason is to explain that the main motivation is the promise of pleasure and to avoid pain. So that's a little confusing. But an example of this is that a person has a big exam coming up and they don't want to fail. So they're studying a whole bunch because they know if they fail, that is going to cause them pain and stress. So studying keeps them motivated to receive a high grade on the exam. So being motivated, is going to help them do better. And so that is the main reason on that one. Number 3 is, this one's a little harder to pronounce, egoistical hedonism, which explains that an individual should do whatever to find pleasure, no matter what, really. So a drug addict might steal money from like a gas station or not pay their bills or not eat food because by using that money to buy drugs gives them that pleasure, and that's all that matters to them. So the pleasure outweighs moral discomfort or guilt. The last one is altruistic hedonism, which argues that people should share pleasure to others. So an example of this one is donating money. So the person who is donating money is going to feel good about themselves because they're like, hey, I did a good deed today. So while giving money gives them pleasure, the people who are receiving the money receives pleasure and happiness as well. So this pleasure and happiness is just going all the way around for everybody. It gives the person who's giving money and the people who are receiving the money pleasure. All right. So today we're taught to struggle now to have a bright future, right? We're all in school. And everybody's on a tight budget trying to think of the end goal of what we want to do as a career. So that's what we believe. But hedonism is against that idea. They just think, live in the moment. Don't worry about the consequences. But we need to find the middle between pleasure and pain. We need to go from having fun all day, stressing out all day, and we need to find the middle, which is living life but still being smart and responsible. So that's just a little bit of hedonism and the 4 ideas of it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little bit from it. But have a good rest of your day, guys. Thank you.